Good evening, YouTube. Welcome back to Play the Hits. This is episode 2 of Doom, and I'm feeling metal. Nick, on a scale of 1 to metal, how metal are you?
Slayer.
Slayer!
It's like this whole thing is a Slayer music video.
How do I go back? There we go. I accidentally almost loaded my personal slot, which is only marginally ahead of where we actually are, but yeah.
I'm just glad I can actually see the game this time instead of the title screen freezing for 5 minutes, making me think that, you know, you hadn't gotten into the game yet.
Life is good, isn't it?
Again, I just loved Terry going on about the graphics of the game, and I was just kind of sitting there nodding. Oh yeah, these are great.
I'm sure they're great, Chris. I'm sure they're great. All right. How we streaming for you?
Oh yeah, fine and dandy like lemon candy.
Ned Flanders. So, you know what's kind of interesting about this game is that the performance on my actual screen is actually a little bit better than the recording software. Like, I noticed a few, not like anything glaring, but just the occasional like stutter or hiccup that is absolutely not present at all in the actual gameplay as I'm playing it. So you'll have to let me know what you see, but every once in a while, like looking at our first episode of this, I saw that it would kind of stutter or hiccup very, very occasionally in the middle of combat.
Tell you what I'm noticing now is a big Dead Space vibe.
Yeah, you kind of get that in these kind of interior corridors here.
Well, there's a game that I really wish hadn't gone the way it did. I thoroughly enjoyed the first Dead Space. What were your thoughts?
I liked it. I think we've talked a little bit about it. My major beef with it was that it did a really great job in the first half hour or so of setting up a vibe of pure dread and terror, only to have you become the aggressor the second you get the Ripper. I went the wrong way.
Yeah, the Riffer. The
Ripper. Oh man, we're gonna fucking rock out Dead Space, the metal band, apparently.
I don't know. I hear Riffer and I think of like the guys from Mystery Science Theater riffing on movies. Like every time you fire a bullet, it has a snide remark.
I was just thinking like the guitar. Check out this sick riff. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, okay. I guess I could see that too. Well, anyways, now that I've deadpanned that, I liked Dead Space, but I don't know. I don't know if it was the Ripper or I don't know if it was just I've seen all these enemies before, so I'm kind of okay.
Well, I think that was our first mission. Okay, so let's see here. Now down here you have a couple of different things. So there's optional challenges, which I missed. I wonder if you can see these from the menu, because I straight up didn't do most of it. I got like no secrets apparently. Oh wait, no. I think if they're grayed out, well, I don't know. I'm actually not sure. Because look at this.
Is this going to be like one of those Hideo Kojima things where you can't do it until your next playthrough?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you can always go back and do missions again, which is nice. But I got 1 out of 1 field drones, 1 out of 1 Argent cells, but apparently 1 out of 3 elite guards. If this is to be believed, no secrets.
But you picked up a bobblehead.
Yeah, right? So I don't quite know what to do with that information. We'll carry on.
All right, well, hey, it sounds like your problem.
Yeah, exactly. glad I'm not playing.
Glad I don't have to go through this collection fest. Because I would absolutely go through that collection fest.
Oh, yeah, dude. This is a game that I thoroughly plan to pound into the ground later on. But as you know, this week, my schedule game-wise, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to keep doing Play the Hits, but my schedule game-wise is going to be pretty damn occupied. Dragon Quest XI comes out tomorrow, and that is... that's going to forfeit a good chunk of my life. And then the shorter of the two projects, but no less looking forward to, Spider-Man comes out Friday. So
I see. Well, that's a problem unique to you. I had no idea that Dragon Quest XI was out so soon. Well,
oh yeah, starting tomorrow, man. I'm gonna be Dragon Questing for probably the next 6 months.
Well, you'll have to let me know how it is. I'm gonna be at least 2 months behind. I'm still in the crush of Mario Odyssey and going through the never-ending hell of trying to complete Hollow Knight.
Yes. In fact, I forced myself to... I don't know. The game definitely deserves better than this. so don't take this the wrong way, but I forced myself to like sprint through Octopath Traveler, and yeah, that was a wonderful game, but I knew that I wouldn't be able to do 2 RPG projects at the same time, so I did something I almost never do, which is, you know, I just sat down and absolutely annihilated that game.
Well, you know, sometimes done is better than perfect.
Oh yeah, and it's definitely a game I'll revisit. There's a lot of optional stuff that I haven't taken on yet. But yeah, it's a great game and well worth picking up, if nothing else than for the great modern retro vibe that it manages to achieve without coming off as, you know, overly ironic or trying too hard. It's a very well done game.
So, how much of a vibe did it share with Saga Frontier?
Really only the initial setup, the whole, oh shit. Man, 3D security cameras are not always a great benefit to society.
I'm sure he's fine. I mean,
Yeah.
he's just unconscious.
He didn't need that spine. Yeah, no, honestly, the only thing Saga Frontier-wise that I can compare to is just the initial character selection.
That's good, because I was not a huge fan of Saga Frontier.
Oh,
Felt like there's
once
a lot of
again.
squandered potential there.
Once again, we are split. Yeah, I mean, it didn't perhaps deliver as strongly as it could have, but I very much enjoyed me some Saga Frontier.
I mean, I think we've talked about this before, but what killed it for me, in short, was that everything didn't feed into a central storyline. I mean,
This is true.
yeah.
What my big beef with it, and again, a game that I really enjoyed. My biggest beef with it, though, is just how aimless everything felt. Like, you were I mean, I'm all for, like, exploring the world organically, but that game gave you no guidance whatsoever. Like, if you stepped, like, a little too far in the wrong direction, you could find yourself fighting enemies that you weren't supposed to be taking on until, like, endgame, which is kind of ridiculous when you think about it.
Yeah, there's open world, and then there's no regard for structure.
Right. And the world of that game was actually really cool. I mean, it had some really varied locales, some really cool kind of like... I mean, it had a variety of different settings. Parts of it felt like high fantasy, other parts were straight sci-fi, and then it was like this gothic castle kind of area. I mean, it was very well conceived. But again, it was kind of hard to appreciate at times when you were like, okay, am I supposed to be here right now? And they open up the whole world to you literally from the moment you pop the disc in.
Well, it's...
Oh, hey, we found a secret. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
So I guess we're already doing better than the first stage.
I don't know. You still found a bobblehead at the very least.
Yeah, I know. I kind of feel like they just didn't give me credit for that. What do you got? Oh, I got to take this guy's arm. That's right.
I'm sure there's a reason for it.
Yeah, you know what?
Hey, who owns the rights to Wolfenstein? Is that still id Soft? Was that ever id Software?
That's a good question. I never got really into Wolfenstein, truth be told.
I think it was id Software. I think that's kind of what made them famous, and then Doom was their masterpiece. Now that makes me wonder.
Maybe.
Who
I think you're right, but I could be wrong. We could all be wrong.
No, I'm actually pretty sure about that. I read a book on it.
Tight.
Trust me.
Always trust Nick Weber. Alright, what do you think you're doing? Now, I think we might encounter our first Hell Knight here in a second. This is the only part of the game that I actually consider straight up horror, because these dudes are fucking terrifying. Not that dude. Though I may have the name wrong. These guys aren't too bad as long as you stay on top of them. The Hell Knights are just like... They're the dudes that we saw in the security footage. They're just these gigantic terror beasts that just come at you super fast, and they're...
Oh, they're like the brutes from Dead Space.
Yeah, except way more aggressive. Hey, come here. Alright. Okay.
Okay, I
Maybe
am
not
going down a weird rabbit hole with... Oh, no. I think
Don't think.
Wolfenstein
Just
was
feel.
owned by Apogee, which also did Duke Nukem, Rise of the Triad, and whatnot.
That was kind of the hunch that I had, as I thought that it was more associated with Duke than Doom. But I
I mean, they licensed the software from id, so I mean, it was the same Doom.
Yeah. Basically, my experience with 90s PC shooters was largely whenever I would visit Max's house and his brother Jim was not on their computer. Like, I did not own a rig even remotely powerful enough to handle gaming back in the day. So, yeah. These were all just games that I caught sort of glimpses of, except I did get to play through Doom and Doom 2, which is kind of cool.
Well, they're kind of those games that are in the cultural zeitgeist.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, even if you're not a fan of shooters or kind of like the overly extreme atmosphere that, well, for the 90s that these games put on, it's worth just kind of playing. It's kind of like playing Mario, even if you're not into platformers. I mean, if you like video games, you owe it to yourself to check out a Mario game. You know, if you like shooters at all, you owe it to yourself to check out Doom, even if you don't feel like it holds up very well.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so Wolfenstein was originally started by Apogee Studios, but now that was like a 2D side scroller. Wolfenstein 3D was made by John Carmack and Romero from id Software. So
interesting.
Okay, so in this like weird way, we were both right. All right.
That is
Sorry, I get hung up on things like that, just like when you're listening to something on TV and you hear a familiar voice actor and you're like, I've heard that voice everywhere, and it's not Jim Cummings.
That's fucking Yuri Lowenthal, then. If it's not Jim Cummings, then it's Yuri Lowenthal. Assuming you recognize.
Anywho.
Or
one of those three.
Johnny Young Bosch, I guess.
Here we go. This feels familiar. Oh, good. I'm glad you brought that up. You were right, by the way. Johnny Young Bosch was the second Black Power Ranger.
Oh, you don't need to tell me I was right on that one, Nick.
But I do like to do.
I appreciate your validation. All the same.
I do enjoy a good mea culpa. You know, when the situation arises.
Okay.
Okay. So good. I'm going to tap into this.
I know
wellspring of knowledge from you. What did the original Red Ranger end up doing?
I think he put on a few pounds, but other than that, is still a pretty cool guy.
Okay, so he never like went into the porn industry then.
No, not that doesn't make him cool, but you know what I mean. Where the fuck did I just wind up?
The lava room.
Yeah, of course.
Wait, why is...
Wait, your office doesn't have a lava room?
Well, I mean, it's not in my office, but it's in the, building.
Come here, you. What do you think you're doing? He's like, I'm gonna be the one that kills this guy. Nope. Yeah, oh shit. That seemed closer than it should have. Yeah, I mean, every office has to have at least one lava room.
Well, at least in Dead Space, there was a rationale for that kind of stuff. They were breaking down the raw materials from a planet.
Yeah, well, here they're harvesting the raw mineral resources of hell. Fucking
No,
die.
That's right. That's not hyperbole, simile, or metaphor.
Yeah. Who would have thought that hell had such thriving industrial opportunities? Fucking die. Hey, you don't get to tell me. Yep. And now, where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you fucking go? Come here. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. Fucking. Okay.
I'd add commentary, but I'm enjoying listening to your guttural noises.
Right. Oh, Chris Beck. How your failures are amusing.
It's like listening to Duke Nukem look for a secret in the wall.
Shake it, baby.
Where is it?
Yeah, right. So far not bad. We haven't encountered one of the big boys yet. I know we are about to, though.
Well, they can't throw all the cool stuff at you in the tutorial phase, right?
Oh, this isn't a cool thing. These guys suck. Or at least they did it first. I've got a fairly good handle on them now, but but that's usually when they start throwing something even worse at you, when you feel like you're getting the hang of it.
You might not feel so bad if we end up doing a Hollow Knight episode tonight as well. I'm somehow enjoying the boss gauntlet on there, despite not having beaten it in the 2 weeks I've been playing.
Yeah, you know what? We've been playing for about 10 minutes so far. If you could keep track of time and hit me up when we get to about the 40-minute mark, I'm okay with doing a slightly... Oh, shit. Oh,
Oh, you're not dead.
Well, I'm not alive. Oh, God. I'm okay with doing a slightly shorter episode this time around. And
of course.
getting that second one in there.
Of course he's going to do a thumbs up.
Yeah, right. Shake it, baby. I'd really love to see you demonstrate your Hollow Knight skills.
It's become a sight to see.
Well, at least this game is pretty forgiving as far as checkpoints go. Didn't set me back too far.
Well, I mean, the emphasis is on fast and furious fighting fun.
Right, not backtracking.
Hollow Knight is more, I already got your $15. I don't care if you can finish the game.
So basically what happened here was I second-guessed my ability to jump, and I tried to hop off that pipe. I'm just not going to do that this time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, let's...
Might as well grab that armor.
Oh, God!
Ew, the same problem.
Well, the important thing is you tried.
that thumbs up gets funnier and funnier.
For America.
Oh, wait. Speaking of...
Oh, go ahead, you first. But keep that For America in mind, because I've got a doozy for you.
Speaking of repetition of memes, how many times are they going to remake the original Terminator?
Oh, they're remaking it?
They're remaking the remake. I mean,
Wait,
there was...
Hold on. The Terminator 1, like with Arnold Schwarzenegger and...
Okay, here's what I...
Okay, god damn it.
Yikes.
Well, I did this the first time, no problem. Anyways.
So, they've got the Terminator, and then I think, what was it? Terminator Genesis was a reboot of Terminator, because it had Schwarzenegger in again, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it was a remake.
What was it? Oh, okay, I thought it was like old Arnold fighting the new... Like, old Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting, like, a digital copy of himself as the original Terminator, but younger. Kind of like what they did with Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't qualify that as a remake. Here we go.
Oh, so it was what?
I mean,
like, where in the timeline did it fall?
The original Terminator was so brilliant because of its extremely methodical pacing. I mean, it was basically a horror movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger as a fucking killer robot.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is totally not... God damn it. Which is totally not the vibe of Terminator Genesis.
Did you watch it?
I watched enough of it. Like, it was one of those movies that, like, I saw... that I got for free one weekend on either Netflix or Amazon or something like that.
So was it essentially retelling the first Star Wars Terminator movie?
No, not at all.
Really? So, like, what was it?
I don't know. I kind of lost interest when I saw Doctor Who being the physical embodiment of Skynet, and that was enough for me.
Okay, well then, I guess they're just doing the first remake at this point, and it's... I don't want to...
I mean, basically, when the reboots start failing, that's really when it's an appropriate time to... there we go. When it's appropriate time to... All you had to do was
believe in yourself, and you made all those jumps.
Yep.
I think they're doing another remake of... the first remake of the original, but like with an all-female cast, kind of like Ghostbusters. That's the impression I got.
Oh, so Sarah Connor's going to be a lesbian then. All right.
No, Sarah Connor will be played by... Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to...
I'm down. I'm down for that.
Okay, the short of it is, I guess there's a new Terminator movie coming out, and Nick doesn't know movies. That's the end of that conversation. Now, you said something about America.
Okay, so yeah, For America. Just started watching the new Jack Ryan series on Amazon, and I highly recommend it. It's got more than a few moments of, like, red, white, and blue, you know...
Jack Ryan or Jack Reacher?
Jack Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it's got more than its fair share of, you know, kind of like patriotic cliches for like the action genre, but for every one of those that it does, it manages to balance itself out with some actually really good story, character development, and some kind of like unexpected twists on some of the familiar tropes of that genre. For instance, is the religion of Islam is portrayed in a way more complex way than you would expect from a series about an ex-Marine who is the only one who can see the blatantly obvious terrorist plot unfolding.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I mean, if you can take that for what it is, if you're okay with Jack Ryan being kind of the Mary Sue character for a while, then it's a wonderfully rewarding series.
Well, he can't be a self-insert if he has too much personality.
Yes.
Huh,
Fucking.
okay. Duly noted.
God damn it.
I mean, I assume someone gets impaled on an American flag at one point, right?
Oh no, nothing like that. It takes the high road with the action sequences too. They are very, very grounded. It's not like John Krasinski from The Office is like running into a room and gunning down 20 like well-armed and trained, you know, militiamen. The action sequences are pretty raw. But in a good way, not like for shock value, just like to demonstrate like how would a SWAT team actually fare in like a narrow stairway against like a dude with a suicide vest or something like that, or how here he is. There's the big boy.
Oh my!
There's a big boy.
He is not as slow as his girth would make you think.
Nope. He's good. He's good at his job. But so am I. Yeah, like I said, I got a good handle on him now, but you can see the initial threat that they would present.
Oh yeah, when you just run into that for the first time, it's gonna take a little bit of learning curve.
There we go. I hate those shield guys actually more than anything.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see how you have trouble with that. You know what I loved was the shield guys from Mass Effect 3, where you just shoot them through the eye slot.
Yeah.
That was the highlight of that game.
Yeah, that was nice. Once you figured that little tidbit out.
At least with like, what was it, Jackals and Halo 3, you could just keep shooting the shield till eventually it felt bad for you, gave up, and disappeared.
Right. Okay, got my nade back. Did you notice any power-ups that I didn't pick up?
I'd call them out if I see them, but boy, this game is running a mile a minute.
Yes. So basically I could use some ammo and some armor, because I know that's not the only one of those guys we're going to be fighting. What do you got?
Let's see, what else?
But yeah, definitely give that a try if you get a chance. I forget if you're an Amazon Prime subscriber or not, but...
Oh, yeah, definitely. I have a student account currently, but when that runs out, I'm absolutely getting the full Amazon.
Oh, very cool.
I hate to sound like a tool or shill, but, it's just such a good value.
Yeah, I was going to say, and if you have it already, then it's basically just free television and surprisingly quality television, for considering how bad the Tom Cruise movies were.
I'll take a variety of, movies from that genre. Good Lord, did you ever watch White House Down?
White House Down? Can't say as I did.
It was essentially like North Korean terrorists take over the White House. They were Chinese terrorists before everybody got like really leery about wanting to offend China and the global market.
Okay. It's been long enough since the Korean War that we don't have to worry about that, I guess. There we go.
But anyways, it basically is Die Hard at the White House, note for notes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, all the way up to the main character running into the main villain on the roof of the White House signaling a helicopter.
Did someone get impaled with an American flag there?
No, they did not, unfortunately. It wasn't quite Sharknado, but it was damned close.
What was that movie Zoidberg made with his uncle?
I don't remember.
You remember what I'm talking about, right?
Harold Zoid.
Yeah, but he inherits the family business, which is the presidency of the United States.
Yep. Oh, I remember that. And the pie throwing, and yep. Actually, what I'm referencing is a Simpsons episode where they, make that like super patriotic movie, and I don't know. There was something about corruption in Washington, and this guy's testifying before the Senate, and eventually he impales the Speaker of the House on the American flag before he blows away the... Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
That I do.
If only I could remember the context.
Was it something to do with McBain?
You'd think it would be, because they got a character ready-made for that, but no, it was something. I forget how it was related.
I have like a very vague recollection of what you're talking about, but I do remember being amused.
Looks like the senators elected to take the floor.
Oh, tight. You know, Nick, as
you got the Shadow Gauntlet.
Yeah, as we collect these upgrades, I can't help but thinking that a very wise player would ration out and carefully go on the slow build. I'm going to go for raw ammo.
Well, I mean, you upgrade what you have the biggest problem with.
And the last thing I want to do is run out of ammo. I'm sure I'll be craving that health. Maybe next time I'll go for a health upgrade.
The best defense is a strong offense.
Yep. Jiminy, fuck!
Oh my gosh! that got me. No sound either.
Shit. I forgot about that. You know, the funny thing was, as it was happening, I remember being... That was the closest this game comes to a jump scare. Like,
I remember this guardrail.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, this seems a little too convenient. Oh, well, we know what the episode title is. Jiminy fuck. I hate to laugh at my own joke. Well, that wasn't really a joke. That was just a dead reaction. But,
it was a humorous situation. Cut yourself some slack.
yeah. But, yeah. There we go. Hello, what oh, plasma rifle. This baby just decimates things.
You know, I feel like this would have been a good game for a chainsaw or a gun with a chainsaw on it, but then we'd kind of be copying Gears of War, wouldn't we?
Well, we do have the chainsaw. I just forget to use it sometimes.
There we go.
Oh yeah, this is where you learn a little bit about Samuel Hayden, the cyborg dude, scientist.
Look, we all know the main villain is the cyber demon.
Right. Oh god. My back has been killing me, and my chiropractic appointments are usually on Mondays, and of course, because of Labor Day, they're off. So, I'm just enjoying a nice stiff kink in my neck. Here we go. There's the chainsaw just for you, Nick.
Oh right, and gives you more ammo if you use the chainsaw.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh boy.
There's a lot going on right now. Reminds me ever so slightly of the plasma pulse rifle from Turok.
Yeah, it's a very good gun. I enjoy it.
So anyways, what are you reading these days?
What am I reading right now? I've been like reading a whole bunch of true crime novels lately, and I promised you I'd get back into The Witcher, but
yeah, you'll finish it when you finish it.
Yeah, exactly. But oh shit, I caught fire there for a second. But I just read. I think I told you I read "I'll Be Gone in the Dark."
Right.
But then that kicked off another one, and so I read "In Cold Blood" by Truman Capote. Finally.
I gotcha.
Which is kind of like, you know, the book that kicked off the modern, you know, true crime genre. So
you
that
know
was
that
good.
one of those boxes was open on top, right? There's got to be a secret in there.
Oh well, damn it if you're not right. Oh, look at that, Nick. Look at you.
Cool.
Look at you. Yeah,
Secret
you're right.
found.
So that does count as a secret. They just didn't give me credit for it in the first level. Whatever. Weird is right. So anywho, so I'm reading that currently, and it's kind of a slow read just because of how depressing it is. But then after that, I plan to definitely get back into The Witcher, but there's a book that I really want to check out first called The Martian, which is just came out. It's sci-fi, and it's about the first mission to Mars, and of course everything goes wrong, and this guy finds himself in like a survival on a foreign planet kind of situation.
Didn't The Martian come out on movie 2 years ago?
I hope not. Maybe this is a different one.
Yeah, and he has to like find a way to sustain himself on Mars while they mount a rescue team.
Well, son of a bitch. Is it a book based on a movie? Because I'll be pretty pissed if that's the case.
It's a movie based on a book, but the movie came out like 2 years ago.
Maybe it's not as new as I think it is. But I saw it on a store shelf the other day, and I thought I just kind of opened the front cover and read the synopsis and thought it sounded really interesting.
It doesn't denigrate the quality whatsoever. It was still a really good movie from what I heard.
Who was in the movie?
Jeez. Jeez, Chris.
You got your Googles open. Give me some trivia here.
I want to say... Boy, they just pop out at the best moments.
Woo!
It was someone really famous. The director was Ridley Scott, and it's featured Starman. No, that was the song.
Starman waiting in the skies. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was 2015.
Fascinating. Who did star?
Matt Damon.
Oh, that's why I didn't see it. No, nothing against Matt Damon, but I take one look at his face and I immediately like have a stereotype of the kind of movie that I'm walking into.
Well, it also has Sean Bean in it. You can never go wrong with him.
Huh. Does he? I'm guessing he dies within the first act. Hello?
Well, it depends. I mean, he was Alec Trevelyan in the best Bond movie.
Yeah, that was probably the longest he's ever survived in a movie, isn't it?
Longest he ever survived. He doesn't make it all the way through.
Yeah, but I mean, he survived until like the last 10 minutes of the film.
He went out in the blaze of glory. Still stands out as my favorite Bond movie. Did we ever have this conversation? What was your favorite Bond movie?
As someone who's not like super into the Bond genre,
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Sean Bean was the voice of Regis Lucas Callium from Final Fantasy XV's Kingsglaive.
Yes, that I did know.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. I'm not hugely into the Bond franchise, but having seen a few of them, I actually probably just agree with you. I like GoldenEye, and a large part of that is probably like, you know, the N64 culture around the time that it came out. It was the movie of the game that I was playing with all my friends, and yeah.
It was one of those rare games where both the game and the movie were pretty good, whereas you either get one that's good and the other one is terrible. See all the Resident Evil movies, for example.
Oh my god, don't get me started. You know, even when Resident Evil releases, son of a bitch! Fuck!
He is moving way too fast for a room this small.
He is not slow. Okay, fortunately he'll give me some of my health back.
I remember reading a while back something along the lines of who directs all the Resident Evil movies? Isn't it Uwe Boll?
I don't think so. It's not Uwe Boll, is it? I mean, they wouldn't have made sequels to him if... You fucker! Come here. Come here, we're gonna have some words.
Oh man, the first Resident Evil came out... Resident Evil came out in 2002.
I believe
Director Paul S. Anderson.
God.
Crap.
Now would have been a good time to use that health. Anyway. But yeah, the Resident Evil movies, I remember even as a younger kid, I mean 2002, so not super young, but seeing it and thinking, wow, this is a pretty bad movie. But at the same time, Mila Jovovich is, you know, Mila Jovovich. So I kept watching.
Crap, Uwe Boll, he had nothing to do. Nothing to do with Resident Evil. Why is this name in my lexicon?
Because he's notorious for making all the bad video game movies.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so my point, funny enough, okay, he did Postal, In the Name of the King, Blood Rain, Alone in the Dark. Okay.
Alone in the Dark was supposed to be its own special kind of bad.
I read an article about Uwe Boll basically stating, in defense of Uwe Boll, at the very least he manages to get video game movies on the big screen.
That is fair. I mean,
that's certainly a statement.
If the best you can say about your work is that it exists, I mean, I'm not sure that it's
a very existentialist argument.
Kind of right. It's a little bit of a straw man, but that's okay.
Trump's not a great president, but
he is president.
Is a president.
Yeah, right. Oh God. So I'm just basically walking around here looking for health and such.
Too weak to go forward, but not strong enough to go back.
I'm sure I'll survive, but I'd like to find stuff if I can, especially with all of the apparent secrets we've been missing. It's down here. Is that a Doom guy? No.
So as I continue to bring up unrelated stuff not related to the game, guess what happens tomorrow to the Weber house?
Let me think. You're gonna be a dad.
Kinda, sorta.
Oh, new dog?
Wait, hold on. Yeah. I was gonna say I should probably qualify that. Yeah, I am. I've been looking for a new dog purely because now is the perfect time to grab a puppy for my household before the crush of the next tax season. I am going to Delta, Ohio tomorrow to go check out a new pupper.
Oh, it's not a puppy farm, is it?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, it's a farm where they happen to have puppies.
But it's not like that's the express purpose for this farm's existence.
No, no, no. It's an agricultural farm, and they just happen to have a buttload of dogs.
Nick, if you were a producer and a sadist, would you hide a secret behind a wall of fire?
Oh, yeah, and I would make sure the only way you could get it
God.
was if you had full health. Oh, you can't go in, it just burns you.
Nope, it just burns you right in the face. Fucking shit!
Oh, wow, there
God
it is again.
Damn it!
That Hell Knight gets around.
Ugh. You know, it never gets old. It's the moment of sheer panic followed by shooting him with everything you have.
But you cleared this area.
I did, but it's still surprising, strangely enough. And hey, he was blocking this exact stuff I was looking for. So this is good.
Well, hey, you walked away with a little bit more health, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't exactly lose a ton to him.
Hey, Joseph, could you do me a favor? Could you fill up this water pitcher?
Pizza box. Yeah.
Yes, the pizza box is getting thrown out.
Is there pizza in it?
Well, Monday nights, we always go through this weird ritual of trying to determine if the pizza box goes in the trash or the recycling bin.
Again, I asked the most important question, though, is, first off, is there pizza remaining?
No, heavens no.
Okay, of course not.
It's Marco's Pizza. You have one day to consume that pizza.
Man, the one thing I am still super jealous of is that we do
you've
not
got
have
an Avers.
Yes, I know, but Marco's tastes like fucking home, okay? Enjoy.
It's true. It's true.
I do love me some Marco's. That is probably the greatest thing this side of Tony Paco's to come out of Toledo. Shout out to all my Midwestern Ohio people watching us. Hello, Christy.
And I think that covers everybody who watches us.
Yep. Dude, you've been to a Tony Paco's, right?
I have not.
Ooh, I know what I'm getting you for Christmas.
A Tony Paco's franchise?
Yeah, let me get on that. No, I'm gonna get you a bunch of gift cards and like their giant like homemade pickles.
Oh, now I am a huge fan of homemade pickles.
Oh, you're gonna love you some Tony Paco's then. Okay, so this room is just a gauntlet, if you couldn't tell by the wide open. I think there is a whatchamajigger, a limit break, for lack of a better word, in here that I didn't pick up the first time.
The Gunzerk.
Yeah, the Gunzerk.
This really strikes me as one of those temporary invincibility moves. Or if it was Castlevania, one of those rosaries that kill all the enemies on screen.
Right.
Boy, bet you're glad you didn't have to go through all that.
Oh, speaking of which, did the second part of Castlevania come out on Netflix as well?
Boy, I am trapped in 2016. That came out already?
Yeah. Well, you saw the first half, right?
I saw the first half of the first half.
Oh, okay.
I saw the first 2 episodes. I don't have Netflix, so I have to bum off someone's account.
Oh, I gotcha. Feel free to use mine, man. It's good. I haven't yet. Son of a fucking.
Every time things start to go well, one of these guys appear.
They're never happy to see me either, you know? I guess I don't know what to expect from them, but... Alright, let's see if I can Gunzerk.
Yeah, well, there's not much point to it now.
No, there's more. There's
It kind
more.
of reminds me of Destiny, when, you know, you could... Yeah, you had your overdrive power or whatever.
Yeah, those were nice. You know,
yeah, that was a fun game for a while.
Yeah, I give Destiny a lot of shit, but it's a really enjoyable shooter attached to a really bad slot machine mechanic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Destiny 2 was terrific. I really enjoyed playing that with you and Glenn, but good lord, once I got to the end game, all the fun just disappeared.
Yeah, you know, it gets just a little too much. It becomes an MMO in the 4th act, which is just not fun.
It really does.
For me, unless, you know, it's Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I was gonna play an MMO, my god, I'm gonna play
Yeah, I'm
the
just
best
gonna
one up
renew
there,
my subscription.
14.
This fucker thinks he's gonna snipe me.
He's not doing a bad job.
Yeah, but...
Well, he didn't kill you, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if he's so smart, how come he's dead?
So are these, like, demons from hell that follow Satan, or are these just, like, demons from hell? like non-religious demons from hell.
You know what?
Oh,
now this is happening. What up?
That
what
was
up?
Effective.
What up? You got another friend? Oh God! Insufficient
so-
fuel. Insufficient fuel, Nick. Think he knows where I am?
Oh, he definitely knows.
Oh, he
Echolocation.
fucking knows. Yeah, but look what I got. I haven't used any of my pulse ammo. Okay, I think we're good now. Tight.
Yeah, I'm
Cool.
guessing these are like a-religious demons.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they're like demons with a lowercase d.
Yep. That's a perfect way of putting it. Yeah, and there's no hackneyed church element in the game that, you know, surprise, turns out to be corrupt or...
Though that
you know,
robot lady certainly seems to be enthralled with the demons. Have I been in this room?
Now I think about it, Dead Space did that too.
Yeah,
There's
no,
always gotta be the
Dead
evil
Space
church.
definitely had like a giant religious artifact at the MacGuffin at the whole center of the whole
Yeah,
thing.
that's right. They started playing that a little heavy-handed towards, well, the middle and then end of the series.
And then like in the first act of the second game, you basically are in a church fighting like a swarm of monsters, right?
Yeah, but I try not to acknowledge that the second game ever happened.
Did you even play the third?
No, but my brother did, and he told me that I wasn't missing anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Wasn't it? That was the co-op one, right?
Yeah, it was co-op with QuickTime events, and they
yeah.
kind of covered some stuff from that that bizarre Wii exclusive game, Dead Space Extraction.
Oh, the rail shooter.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard it was
interesting.
I heard it was a good rail shooter.
it was fun. It was just really weird to have that on the Wii.
But
F-bombs
that's
and
kind of
all.
like saying though I had some not bad diarrhea the other day. It's just
Well,
it can be not bad, but at the end of the day, it's still a runny shit.
Okay, I'll take your analogy.
Oh, did I mention I don't like rail shooters? Oh, there she is.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. No, I don't like them either, but I did enjoy Dead Space, so...
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey, it's Jack from Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, right. She's seen better days. Are we at about the 40 to 45 minute mark? Have you been keeping
You're
track?
at the 37-minute mark.
Tight. We'll see. We'll see what she's doing. I got a good feeling about this.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our worlds.
I'm guessing she's working a keyboard we can't see.
She's just drunk. She's just completely drunk. There's no threat whatsoever right now. The game isn't even allowing me to move my head at this point. They want me to see.
You could not.
That's always been my curse in horror games, is I'm always looking in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Then I hear a violin screech, and I'm looking at, like, tables on a flower. Flowers on a table. Well, this looks
good.
nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think everything's gonna turn out okay. Now, Nick, you'll have to excuse me, but did that woman remind you of a certain college professor of ours? Like, just in her physical appearance? I don't want to name names, but she was a certain English professor that everyone had to take freshman year.
Oh, I got out of that. I had...
Oh yeah, I tested out too, and she liked me, so it was never a problem.
Oh
But,
no, I had a science teacher that year as my... Wait, what was it for? Basic English?
let's.
Or was it freshman SEM? I'm getting off track here. Yes, I absolutely got that vibe.
Let's just call her MC. That'll keep it nice
Yeah.
and vague. But does that not kind of look like her? Okay, so again,
If
find
you're
2
a robot.
collectibles, 1 out of 2. I did kill 2 out of the 3 elite guards. I discovered 2 secrets and got the field drones. I guess this one is the only one that I'm really concerned with, the Argent Cell, because those are my upgrade points.
Hey, you know where your priorities are.
Yeah, exactly. As long as I get those, I'm happy. Okay, so let's just see where this deposits us, and then
That was a competent run, by the way.
yeah.
Beginning to the end.
Spoiler alert: we're nowhere near the end.
Olivia is using the tower to drill a
Is this going to be like Dead Space, where the first letter of each chapter spells out the spoiler for the ending?
Here, let's see here. CHRIS. Chris is gay. What? That would suck.
It slightly reminds me. Do you remember the "You Are Mr. Gay" controversy
Yes, I do.
from Mario Galaxy?
That's immediately what I was thinking of when I said it. You are Mr. Gay. And then what was Mario Galaxy 2 like? I am, you are too, or something like that?
It's something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
It was one of those things like, oh, that's a real edgy internet. Huh, those stars are really conveniently placed. What are the mathematical chances that that's random?
Right? You are Mr. Gay. Okay, checkpoint reached. Nick, that's our target.
Okay, well, the giant Eye of Sauron. All right.
Or the,
I feel like you can
the
do
Devil's
this.
Anus, as I like to refer to it.
That's the other side of the face of Mars.
Oh. Anywho, next time we're gonna make for that tower.
Sounds fun.
Well, YouTube, thank you for tuning in with us. Hope you enjoyed the Hell Knights and the profanity. As always, that's all we're offering you. So we'll see you next time.